one analogy that you may find helpful is that the old-fashioned projectors had do you remember the reels of film? I don't even know what they're called anymore, so long ago. That you reel through the projector. So that movie reel, we can think of our karma as like the movie reel, and our mind is the projector. So what our mind projects depends upon the movie reel. What the projector projects depends on the movie reel, and what our mind projects depends upon the reel of our karma. So this is actually I find it a very helpful analogy to see how we're creating everything with our mind, projecting everything with our mind, and what exactly we're projecting, what does that depend on? It actually depends on our karma, on previous intentions, which, as you know, give rise to our experiences and appearances. So everything, as I said, I've been saying, is everything arises from karma. Karma is just the other side of the coin from true nature of reality, emptiness. Infallible cause and effect, dependent relationship. The other side of the coin from emptiness. In fact, Buddha said, until we gain the wisdom realizing emptiness, wisdom realizing the true nature of reality, the most important wisdom that we need to develop, he said, Buddha said this, is the wisdom understanding karma. It's a very deep wisdom, actually. If we think about what we're learning today, it's not just, oh, I sow a seed and then I get some plant later. I had this karmic thing happen to me once, like we were looking at earlier. It's pervasive. It depends. Everything depends on it, what world we're born into. Like when we fall asleep and we dream a whole dream world, which may be utterly unlike the one we're in at the moment when we're awake, our waking one. And yet that whole world is created by just karma ripening, the whole world. All the environments within that dream are created by karma. All the experiences we have in that dream, all the encounters we have, are all created by karma. And all the tendencies, all the things we do as well, also karmically created. These 4 effects talked about earlier, we see them at work in our dreams as well. So our mind has this extraordinary creative capacity, and its ability to create different universes and so on depends upon our karma, which is one of the laws of karma. There's 4 laws of karma. One is that whatever you sow, so you shall reap. We looked at that earlier, like for like, as it were. Good actions lead to happiness, bad actions to suffering. Also, the results of our actions increase. So whatever we do can have outsized consequences. I don't have time to explain that now, but that is the second law of karma. The third law of karma is if action is not performed, its effect cannot be experienced. So if we haven't created the cause for something, it's not going to happen. If we haven't created the cause to win the lottery, you're not going to win the lottery, even if you buy literally every ticket. It's just not going to happen. So when something doesn't go our way or it's because we haven't created the cause for it to go our way. And this is a helpful way for us to practice acceptance. I accept that this isn't working out, but I didn't create the cause for it to work out. So therefore I need to create the cause for it to work out in the future, rather than get angry with everybody else. If I didn't create the cause for this to happen, it's not going to happen. It's no one else's fault. I just haven't created the cause. If I haven't created the cause to meet a kangaroo in my dream, I'm never going to meet a kangaroo in my dream, with however much I want to. And so on and so forth. So if we want things to happen for us, we have to create those causes. It's the infallible law of cause and effect. There's no effects without those causes. So we need to become the architects of our own future, create the causes, create the landscapes, create the worlds that we want to create. Through our understanding of karma, we're able to do that because we have the knowledge. And the last one is that actions are never wasted, which means that once we've sown a seed in our field-like mind, planted the potential, it will inevitably ripen at some point in most likely a future life, but it will inevitably, actions don't go away. So even though temporary action that we did. Like if we hit someone over the head, the action's gone away, but the potential is sown within our mind to be hit over the head ourselves in the future. And the only two exceptions to that is anger can destroy virtuous potentials, and purification can destroy negative potentials. I obviously don't have time to go into that, but luckily Kadam Adam can go into that another day. So these all this is helping us understand that if everything is the nature of the mind, everything is projected by mind, all these things that we're understanding, then we see how important karma is. That is hopefully beginning to see that karma is something we really want to consider. Watching our heart, watching our intentions, becoming, authentically good people. Karma, if we observe the law of karma, we become like authentically good because we're doing it not because anyone's watching us, not because anyone's judging us, not because someone's going to punish us if we do something wrong, or not because society thinks we should do this or that. We're doing it because we understand the consequences. If we act out of harming others, we're going to experience suffering. If we help others, we're going to experience happiness. Kind of all we need to know on one level to be authentically good people. We have integrity. We're not bothered about what other people think about us because we know whether we're a good person or not. We're not being hypocritical. We're not pretending to be something we're not, and so on and so forth. So Buddhist moral discipline's interesting in that respect. It's like, yeah, it's really just based on this understanding of cause and effect.